Introducing the all-new Corolla.
The Guam Waterworks Authority's laboratory certification is in jeopardy after its continued failure to detect E. coli in water. Since GWA's lab certification expired in July, the agency petitioned the Guam Environmental Protection Agency to conduct an audit and review for its recertification application. Part of that annual mandatory process is to pass a third-party off-island performance test, which GWA didn't succeed on doing. According to the latest round of proficiency results, GWA's lab failed to catch the only sample contaminated with E. coli. GWA Administrator Eric Palacios explains in detail.
So these samples, there's, I believe, 10 samples, some of which are very clean. Some were preloaded with total coliform, and at least one was preloaded with E. coli. They didn't catch the E. coli positive sample, so that's called a false negative. Means it's not really clean. It was a failure to identify it.
As the certifying officers and regulators, GWA issued GWA a notice of intent to revoke certification and given 30 days to retake the third-party performance test and come back with 100% accuracy. Until then, GWA's lab is currently under provisional certification.
Within 30 days, they have to basically go through that same process again, but this time come back 100% accurate. In 30 days thereafter, they have to produce 2 more of the exact same result.
And then if not?
If not, then, I don't really want to think along those lines, because I would hope that they, pass the performance test, and I'm confident that they'll be able to pass their performance test. But, worst case scenario, we will have to decertify the lab.
Along with the expiry of its lab certification, GWA failed to positively detect E. coli and total coliform bacteria in the island's tap water following the passing of Tropical Storm Halong in July.
Not to beat a dead horse, right, but during that whole post-Halong situation, we were catching E. coli, they weren't. This recent failure, I think, is validation that Guam EPA samples absolutely were accurate, because we were catching it back then as well, and they weren't. So I think that, on the one hand, it's good that this is happening now while they're petitioning Guam EPA to grant recertification. And we want to work with them to achieve that.
Palacios said GWA and GWA will be working together to regain certification. But in the worst-case scenario, if GWA's lab is decertified, the only other certified labs on island, WERI and DZSP, will have to help pick up the slack in workload that will now have to be outsourced. Rosel Romanes, PNC News.